Demetrius Pinder, and I'm from the Bahamas.
Demetrius, we have just spoke about last year where you got hurt after the Olympics in a year when many would have expected great things from you. Talk to us about Olympics 2012 for you and the Bahamas and going into 2013 when you would have gotten hurt.
Well, first of all, I got to give God thanks for that, the gold medal at Olympics. But I know all things happen for a reason. Yes, I was sad that I wasn't able to compete, but at the same time, I look at it as God was giving me a message to that I had to work on something or get something stronger. So I know it was a little minor setback, so I went back and worked on everything that I think I needed, and coming back stronger this year. So I'm feeling pretty good and confident about myself.
How difficult was it for you though, especially in a big year, a world championship year it was, to deal with injuries and to stay motivated and to get back on the track?
To see guys I compete with, know that I be up there with them in the 400 meters, to actually be running good and running fast. It give me a stride, back at home to to keep going and don't give up, because you got guys out there who's still doing it and running fast, without you. So they're gonna do what they gotta do with or without you, because it's a one-man sport. So if you want to eat, you got to do the work.
Oh, what was the support like from your federation, from your management team, from your friends? What was the support like for you to stay motivated and to get back strong?
The only support was my fiance, Bianca Blair, and my parents. Actually, I really heard from the federation like that, but I know what I had to do. It's all about me. So I just stick with it and did what I had to do.
Having gotten through the injury, or we assume you have gotten over that. A matter of fact, I should ask you, where are you now in terms of fitness?
I'm pretty good right now. I'm happy. I'm like I said, we've been out a year and still was able to come back last week. And open up with a 45. So I was happy with that. To actually see that I still had some 45 in these legs. After a year. So just had to get my race pattern back down. Build back confidence and mental strongness.
Penn Relays 2014, Bahamas put together a team. I think that was their only team at Penn Relays. I would have spoken to a couple of the ladies in Shaniqua and Antonique, and they weren't pleased that they didn't have a 4x1 team, especially with Bahamas hosting the World Relays. How much did your team got out of that 4x4 run, which you actually won at the Penn Relays?
Well, the whole country, everybody, all the Bahamians, from that Olympics when we won that medal, it's always a blessing to see us run together and actually, place in the top 3. So we will always bring everybody together as one, despite all what's going on or how things is going. So once we do good, everybody's happy. So it was kind of weird to see actually only 2 girls, was there from the Bahamas, to had to put together a relay team, like you say, doing that. Bahamas is having, the World Relays, but there's always something going on. I don't know if they're caught up and busy trying to deal with that World Relay stuff, or some of the girls wasn't ready, or I don't know exactly what was going on, but I hope they be ready for World Relays, because it's in the hometown, and a lot of Bahamians need to try to show out.
Having said that, they told me in an interview that I did that no one yet from the federation or anyone from anywhere else have said anything to them about a Bahamas 4x1 team, and this is a women's 4x1 team at the World Relays, so they are basically in the dark as to where that is concerned. For the men's 4x4, are there any contact, any communication with the beach race as to, yes, we will have a men's 4x4 team and we'll start preparing, or how do we prepare, or when do we need to get into the Bahamas?
Well, Yeah, they sent us honestly sent us a few emails about trying to get people down, start a little camp before the meet. So they have been contacting us, and I saw a few girls' names on it. So I think they trying to reach out to everybody, but because everybody is over in the United States, it's just hard, and they don't have everybody number and email. So I guess we just trying to come together as a group, and everybody who they have contact with, just try to reach persons they're looking for, to see if we all could get down and actually form a group before World Relays.
How important is this World Relays for the Bahamas, especially the fact that you know the country holds a 4x4 Olympic title?
Well, it's more than people even think. It's just it's mind blowing the way this Bahamian support track and field, and actually would be out there just waiting to see what happens. But it's going to be crazy, and we just have to go out there and give it our all, and see what's going to happen. But it's going to be a tough race. Everybody's coming back. They be like, okay, they're in the Bahamas. That's their home turf, so we have to go out there and give them a run for their money just because they're in their hometown. They want to beat. So it's not gonna be easy for us. It never was. We work hard and go out there and try to get it. So I mean, it's gonna be a competitive race.
When I spoke to Chris Brown at Penn Relays in an interview, I had asked him if the team, the Bahamas 4x4 team, will be under any pressure to deliver in front of your home country. What says you in terms of the pressure going into the Bahamas, especially being the Olympic 4x4 champion?
Well, I mean, home or not home, there's always pressure. But being home, we're gonna feel more relaxed, more comfortable, more confident, and that will help and that take us a long way with the 4x4. So I'm really looking forward to going home and run. Anything can happen once you're home and running on the home turf, and you got like thousands of people cheering you on. So it's going to be a fun event.
Back with you on your personal goals for this year, with no major championships on the card, what do you hope to achieve?
Most definitely want a PR this year in the 400 meters. And I'm not going to do too much 200s, because that's what had me out right now. So I'm going to do a lot of 400s and hope to get a personal best, and see if I could go down to Commonwealth and do something pretty good.
2015, 2016, 2017, 3 big years. We're starting with the World Championships in Beijing, then we move on to the Olympics in Brazil, and then back at the World Championships in London. How are you preparing? Where do you see yourself with those 3 big years ahead of you, with this year almost an off year?
Well, using this year as a stepping stone, as a ladder, to actually see how I'm going to scope out the next 3 years. So, I mean, this year here, you're supposed to go into meets and experiment, and seeing what could you handle and what you can't handle. So I'm actually trying to use this year to actually figure out my race pattern, and what's best for me, and how can I get the best time out of doing this or doing that. So it's a learning process. This year is a learning process for me. Going out there trying to run fast at the same time, but also trying to figure out exactly, what it takes to break that 44 barrier.
Are you happy with where you're at now in your career? You'd have just finished college, I think, three years ago? Are you happy with where you're at?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very blessed to actually, to still be running. Gotta give God thanks for that. Without him, I wouldn't be here. So, I mean, it's a blessing just to be here. Just to be named, a professional athlete. So I'm always be happy. Things will never be the way you want it to be. So, I mean, you have to take everything one step at a time and be happy with what you got. all things takes time, patience. So I guess my time should be coming up pretty soon.
Talk to us a little bit about your camp. You recently, I think in about 2 years, have moved to Florida. How has that been going?
It's been going pretty good. Training down there with LaShawn Merritt, and my coach Lawrence Seagrave. It's been pretty good. It's different type of training, but I've adjusted to it pretty quick. I've been doing some good workouts, so I'm just gotta tell myself, I'm not in a college program where no more. Whereas, I was running every week, so I was able to run fast, just like that. So being a professional now and training, like that, you have to build into it, and it takes time and patience. So I'm actually just trying to learn that and tell myself that mentally that it would come.
And to be training with LaShawn Merritt, what are some of the positives from it?
Oh, there's a lot of positive, to actually have someone there, training with, that could go under 44 seconds. So whatever he do, you do, or you just try to top that or even beat it. So, I mean, it's a blessing to actually see, okay, where I'm at when I'm training with him, So, I mean, I'm loving it so far.
Finally, what's your word to the Demetrius Pinder fans out there?
I just don't want them to, just want to thank them for not giving up on me, and keeping hope and praying for me from the injuries. And I just want them to know that, I'm coming back slowly but surely, but they'll most definitely see me from here on out.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. All right.